Hello and welcome to Running the Table, the podcast where we run through everything on the table in the world of sports. And today we're back with Boombuster Believable, where we're continuing to work our way through the Big Ten, breaking down the men's basketball teams and their outlook for the rest of the season. We're going a little bit out of order today due to some recency bias, but today we're looking at preseason number 13 team in the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. So Northwestern currently sits at 19-7 and 10-5 in the Big Ten, which currently puts them in second with their win over Indiana recently, surpassing them in the rankings. This has been an incredible season for them, obviously, to be predicted so low and for them to come together and have such a season that they are. It's super impressive. But looking at some of their key players, they have a great dynamic guard combo between Boo Buie and Chase Audige, starting with Boo Buie. He's averaging 16.8 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.2 steals per game. They're shooting 88.9% from the free throw line, so not somebody you want to foul. And Chase Audige, on the other hand, is scoring 15.1 points, 3.2 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 2.4 steals per game, and shoots 33.7% from three. So those two are a mean backcourt, and they are the meat and potatoes of this Northwestern team. When those guys play well, they're obviously a very hard team to beat, and they're the heart and soul of this team. And then you've got Ty Berry at 8.5 points, 4.6 rebounds, 1.5 steals, and 86.7% from the free throw line. So you're starting to see with those a little pattern with those top three guys is a team that gets a lot of steals, or at least consistently for a lot of these guys. And rounding out that top four, you've got Robbie Barron, also at 8.5 points, 5 rebounds, and shoots 33.3% from the three-point line. So this is a team that definitely relies on a lot of defense, as you can see with some of those players, and this shows in their KenPom rankings. In terms of adjusted offensive efficiency, they sit at 102nd, but adjusted defensive efficiency, they sit at 24th. So they're definitely one of the better high pressure, high velocity defensive teams. They'll pressure you all over the court. And that rounds them out for an adjusted efficiency margin of 46th. In terms of tempo, they've got an adjusted tempo ranking of 283rd, and their strength of schedule is at 47. So not one of the stronger ones in the Big Ten, somewhere middle of the pack there, but they've still faced their fair share of difficult teams. And that comes down into their key wins and losses, where a bit of an iffy loss now looking back on it. Back on January 1st, they had a loss at home against Ohio State, 73-57, and that doesn't look like a great loss now, considering just how Ohio State has come crashing down to earth from the beginning of their season. But they've got 3 other massive wins. 2 of those are a season sweep of Indiana, both at Indiana and at home. Earlier on the season, January 8th, that was at Indiana, 84-83, and the only reason that was a 1-point game was from a 3-quarter court heave by IU at the end of the game, to make it from a 4-point deficit to 1. And then just recently, on February 15th, they beat them 64-62 at home, after they had a whirlwind of a first half and were up almost 20 at halftime, and Indiana came storming back, but Northwestern did just enough to stay ahead of that one. And then, of course, this past Sunday, they had a win at home against number 1 at the time ranked Purdue, 64-58, and that was obviously a huge win for them. They controlled the tempo, they turned them over a lot, and they were able to come out with a huge win on that one. But the Wildcats they're coming on at the right time. They've won 4 straight games, and 7 of their last 9 ever since a small break in their schedule for a COVID outbreak amongst the team. Not only have they won 4 straight, but they've also won 4 straight games against ranked teams, which is very impressive. I don't know what happened during that break, whether guys got the break they needed or they got extra time to figure out, their team identity, but they've been on a tear ever since. Joe Lunardi's bracketology currently has them at a 7th seed, but that was last updated before their win against Indiana Wednesday night. So that could still be on the rise, especially if they continue to win. This season is shaping up to be only the 2nd time in school history that Northwestern will make it to the NCAA tournament, with the first time coming back in 2017 when they were an 8th seed and got knocked out by number 1 seed Gonzaga in the 2nd round. But the main story behind their success lately, especially in these last 2 wins, both at home over top-ranked Purdue and 14th-ranked Indiana, has been their defense and their ability to cause turnovers. Against Purdue, they caused 16 turnovers, which was a big part in their 17-3 run in the last 4 minutes of that game to cement that momentous win. And against Indiana, they caused 13 turnovers, which kept them in the game. while Indiana came storming back in the second half and allowed them to do just enough to get the win with Boo Buie's game-winning floater with just 2 seconds left. So this is a team shaping up with a whole lot of excitement. All of a sudden, you come into Evanston and they've got an electric home court, as both IU and Purdue witnessed. And they'll look to continue that win streak and their electric home court atmosphere, with Iowa coming to town on Sunday, followed up by traveling to Champaign to take on the Fighting Illini next Thursday. But that's all for today. I'm going to keep chugging through all the rest of the Big Ten teams before March Madness. And we really appreciate all the support and attention brought to the last breakdown with Purdue. So we're going to keep bringing you more and more college basketball as we keep on rolling towards Selection Sunday. But here on the channel, the NFL season is officially wrapped up. You can check out all of our NFL content. I know Drew and Andrew will be looking to start up some MLB content again, as that season looms on the horizon as well. But if you want more from us, check out our other videos, like and subscribe. And until next time, peace.